It's in your cell phone. Here's a phone number you need to write down as a reference to get to the office. It is 800-510-3338. As we do this, the information we're going to talk about you probably haven't heard before. All right, a better concept. It's called Raise Rules. It's pretty simple. It's protected. Now, let's talk about you. Did you start something? Did you start a business? Did you fail? Did you have enough money? All right, did you jack up your credit? What happened? Okay, why don't you have the American dream? All right, you ought to be sitting there thinking, why don't I have exactly what I want? The house, the car, everything, money in the bank. Well, first of all, we have to do this. Plan on the problems. I want you to take a different approach. I want you to do what I do. I plan on the problems, somebody getting in my way, somebody telling me no, somebody pissing me off. All right, but you know what I've got? I've got safety credit. I've got the line of defense. Write it down, please. When you learn the tools and rules you're going to learn today, you never have to bring the pain home ever again. So the main thing is we want to protect you. Yes, we all get knocked down. I call it the Humpty Dumpty because we got to get back up again unless you give up and go back to the job you hate. In the beginning here, we're going to talk a little bit about my journey, how I brought in that first 100,000 at 9.5, $1 million at 14, double billion by the time I was 26, all under corporate structure, of course. So my little journey, just by being the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years before I found myself in a coma. That kind of sucked. Today, your journey begins with me. So let's start when I was 3 years old, because I want to get you past go like I got. So simple. All right, 3 years old, Mrs. Hope. She got her weekly and monthly checks. She dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. All right, I called her the she-devil from hell. Reality is I had to learn how to steal and beg off the pier. That kind of sucked. One of the things about me is I wanted to turn it into a little bit of a hobby a little bit. Now let's understand, when she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier, it's pretty simple. All right, you got Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. All you see is money. I wanted mine too. The bottom line is everybody talks about this land being the opportunity. It really is. Problem is people are lazy. Of course, not you. What I had to do is basically start collecting magazines and books about rich and famous people. I wanted to know how they got their goodies. Have you ever been curious? See, for me, I got my Lamborghini collection, my Duffys, mansions, all right, broke world records, having fun there too. From there, I had the Lamborghinis, the race boats, the yachts. All right, got to have some fun. Don't forget the helicopter as well. You see, if you master Raise Rules and tools, you can actually get the American dream and nothing's in your way besides you. So today, please write down Raise Rules. We got a choice. 43 years ago, I wrote Winning the Game of Business. For me, I had to move 24 times. I was 11 and a half years old. Those people were mean on the 1st and the 15th. One thing about knowing myself, I knew if I turned it into a game, I'd want to play. See, every game I've ever played, I read the rules, instruction manual 1,000 different ways. And most people don't want to play with me. You play with me, I'm going to win every time. So guess what's going to happen? I want you to win too. So listen to the rules and the tools today. Let's get you to the workshop with me. It's pretty simple. Bottom line is I learned how to connect the dots as a kid. I found out a corporation's a legal person at 9.5 years old, started Helping Hand Industries, went worldwide, got $100,000 of credit in the mail. Then I started another one by the time I was 14 and a half. Bottom line is it's going to be up to you. I'm going to ask every one of you to do one thing. Give me 90 days. I guarantee, because I know that all of you wasted thousands of dollars on a bunch of crap, and most of you don't have a darn thing to show for it at all. But today, if you give me 90 days, I'll get you to the $1 million dream, and I'll guarantee it. I've been doing this for 43 years, seminars, workshops, and boot camps, millions of clients. All right, you're going to be next to have some more fun. So guess what today? We got 90 days that I want to change your life. Let's look what I want to do for you. In 90 days, I want to get your credit score to an 820, rebuild it, up to $100,000 of credit. I'd like to have a division for franchise, house, apartment complex, maybe commercial real estate too. If you allow me, I'll do all the work for you. If not, I'll just hold your hand as I coach you to do it the right way anyway. So what happens today is pretty simple. Okay, you lose your job, you lose your income, you got an emergency. What are you going to do next? Well, you're going to basically run out of time. You're going to run out of money, and you're going to do what everyone else does. They jack up their credit and bring the pain home. By the way, there's a better way to do that. I don't know why you ever did it that way. It's the lack of knowledge. The bottom line is pretty simple. Starting tomorrow morning, get out of bed at 4:30 in the morning. Don't know why you're sleeping in anyway, so you got the ability to listen and learn. There's me here. Guess what? I want you to write down Credit Services Act. Can you do that for me, please? See, years ago, I worked with Ken Yarborough, Security Chief of TRW and Asperian, too, and that was kind of fun. See, when you basically Google the Credit Services Act today, what it's going to tell you is credit repairs against the law. You're not allowed to collect money up front. Just go to the BBB and check out Lexington Law and CreditRepair.com. Same company. It says there's 4 government agents that filed complaints so far. So the bottom line is I don't think they're supposed to be collecting money every day and every month. You see, credit repair, again, is a scam. Even the Credit Repair Organization Act says flat out, attorneys can't do credit repair. So what are you supposed to do now? Write the same stupid letters they do? Not mine, never late. See, they don't even learn how to seal their record. It's amazing. You've got to understand there's credit rebuilding. That's what makes sense. But it'll be up to you to listen today to some rules and tools and come play with me at the workshop. Let me do most of the work for you anyway. See, I think you're doing it all wrong anyway, to be honest with you. Don't take offense. I like to repackage your house, your car, and your bank account. I want to clone me into you. I want to do it the right way. All right, you see, credit, I love it. It's great. It saved my life as a kid and as an adult. The last time I found myself in a coma, that kind of sucked. You see, today, when somebody says money for a rainy day, all that is blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is, in my life, it doesn't rain. It always pours. You got some choices today. The bottom line is up to you. Think about this today. If you needed $5,000 today, are you ready? Can you basically have it in the bank? See, here's the problem with most people. Okay? All right? They go ask their friends and their family, the bank, they all say no. If you had a $5,000 credit card like the one in my hand or on the screen, and we called it safety credit, we would be prepared in case something went wrong. And guess what happens? The payment would only be $50 a month. By the way, you probably waste that every other day. It's going to be up to you, too. See, the average person wastes $140 a week. Of course, it's not you, of course. So what happens is this. Here's a Venture and a Venture One card, each worth $100,000 apiece. Okay, actually $50,000. Here's $100,000 of credit for you. Now let's think about this. Personal credit cards, I can't write off the interest rate or the card. So I've got to call it safety, because why would I steal money and credit from the family? All that would do is hurt the family. The goal is to build the American dream. So if you maxed out one of these cards, the payment is $612.26. You know what? For $50,000, I can get you 2 franchises called Pizza Pizzas today. All right, you could have started a business. Please, if you're one of those, please stop wasting money. All right, you're doing it the wrong way anyway. As you do this today, let's think about it. Like I said in the beginning, plan on the problems, plan on something going wrong, something getting in your way, pissing you off today. But if you got safety credit, you got the line of defense, you can get through it. You'll be able to see it, believe it, and get through it every time. You're going to have to believe in you today, by the way. See, running your own race is the hardest thing to do. There's always the people around you who want to keep you down, keep you down. What I do is very simple. I turn off the sound of other people. I was told no probably 1 billion times in my life. It's like when I bought my first Lamborghini, I was 14 and a half. What did you do? See, it's a choice. Me, I'm going to believe in me, because that's all I've ever had. Since I was a little boy, my parents threw me away. I had to learn to survive. So it's been God and me, period. I don't give up, no matter what anybody says. The bottom line is you got to do what? Set up those goals. See, you have to believe in yourself, like me. When I broke the world record for the highest kick in 1981, all right, you see, white men do jump, just stupid people say we don't. The bottom line is you have to believe in you. See, God gave you the ability and the dream. And when you hear you can't do this or that, just ignore it, please. Let's take what God gave us as the gift and help other people like I'm doing for you today. Let's make sure you understand something flat out. We all got an SSN, a Social Security card. Why? Because we were told to. Isn't that nice? We were told to get a Social Security card, follow like a bunch of sheep. They gave us 1 or 2 write-offs. That's about it. So what happened after that? Sorry to say, you got your Aspirin, your Transue, and Equifax too. Guess what you did? You jacked up the card past 29%, then you dropped your score, then you got stuck, and heck, you can't get any more. Is that about the truth? Look in the mirror and ask yourself today. You got a choice. You could have learned to do this in a better way. But again, what do we get to do? The other reason we have the SSN is because we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated, by the way. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they haven't stopped printing money 24/7. So do yourself a favor right now. Write a little list. Write down Ray's rules, please. Then write down $100,000 of personal credit. Then remember, don't use more than what again? 29%. That would have gave you $71,000 of safety credit just in case you lost your job or there's a pandemic. But what did most of you do? In the past or current, you've been taking the money from the family or the credit, you roll the dice and you start a business. All that does is hurt the family and bring the pain home. Please don't do that anymore. Let me show you the alternative. Okay, you don't have to hurt your family ever again. You can make sure you protect your assets no matter what you say or anybody else says too. See, we got to feel sorry for ourselves? No. There's me in a coma at 5.5 years old. I hit the curb at 40 miles an hour with my face. They said I'd never walk again in my life. Well, I got up. There's me in another coma too in 2009. I got to go twice and die. That kind of sucks. See, there's me in a coma on July 5th, 5:41, waiting to die. That kind of sucks, like I said. So what did I do? In the coma, I made a promise I'd help people like you the rest of my life. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I had swine flu and pneumonia in 2009. What happened? I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? See, being the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years back then, it's pretty simple. Probably the most verified person you can find. They said I had H1N1. See, some idiot came on my yacht with swine flu pneumonia. If I knew it was who they were, I would have threw them overboard and fed them to the sharks. Not only did I get to die, my life got destroyed. But what did I do? Gonna say boo-hoo-hoo? Sorry, all I got is pissed off again. And I basically looked into myself and did exactly what I needed to do. See, God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall. I walked around that silly oxygen tank for 5 weeks like a damn football. I put my credit score back to an 820. Then I popped another $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down, and from now on, neither will you. You ever bring the pain home after meeting me today, that means you didn't listen. These are not turned on anyway. You got a choice. Today, you don't get a do-over. You get to live or die. COVID-19 will wipe you out. Maybe you wear a mask today. If I would have known to wear a mask around my head or a bag, I don't really care, versus laying there in the hospital being dead, I would have did that too. See, today it takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one you going to pick? This is going to be up to you to listen and learn. Don't ever be comfortable. I've never been comfortable a day in my life. See, I think comfortable people are lazy. Let's do what I do. You ready to play some more? I want you to try this once, please. I want you to do what I've done since I was 2.5 years old. I remember laying on the floor crying my eyes out looking in the mirror, 2.5, and I said to myself, I got to figure this out. I had no choice. So do what I did today, what I do every day. I drop to my knees at 2:25 in the morning. I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror and I stop time. I make myself and I put myself in check. All right? You see, you got to try this once. Don't comb your teeth, don't comb your hair. Ask yourself, have you completed everything you need to? The answer is no. So why are you sleeping in past 4:30 in the morning? It's like anything else. Is there more to be done? Always. But you know what? For 43 years, seminars, workshops, boot camps, millions of people, millions of clients, and they always tell me the same dumb thing. God gave you an idea, a vision, and a dream. And then you ask your friends and family what they think. All you did is cloud your direction. I can't believe this. Understand something today. Shh. 90 days. Don't tell them what you're going to do. Just do what I tell you to do. Let me do all the work for you. I'll hand you the fish. I'll teach you to fish. Then they'll ask you how you did this or that. All you got to say is raiswebinar.com. That's all I want to hear you say in the future today. Now do what I do. I love money. I really do. Money is one of my top 10 things that I love best. It's not 1 through 5, but it is one of the top 10. You see, money, I don't have to steal or beg off the pier. I can pay my bills, feed my family. I can help people like you. I haven't had a paycheck for over 20 years. I'm keeping my promise. That's why you're going to be with me today. By the way, I got another 10 billion coming in the next 36 months. I always accomplish my goals. Nothing gets in my way. I know how to play the game. Now today, we're getting older, slower, we're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate, it's okay. They're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Is that your true American dream? It's not mine, but it could be yours, you never know. So let's understand something today. Being with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, if I saw her today, I'd say, thank you, Mrs. Hope, for making me get out of hell. You made me basically do whatever it took. Every Wednesday night, they had a poker game. I was always outside my bedroom, which was the pantry next to the garage, writing my silly notes. They thought I was kind of weird. Probably true. But you know what they said one night? They said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote that down. Hell, I couldn't sleep all night. I couldn't wait to get to the library the next day. I heard my way out of hell if I could figure it out. So I went to the police department in Torrance, right next to the library. I saw that before. I went in. I asked the lady, would you help me, please? She says, here's a microfiche, here's a book. Thank you, ma'am. You see, what I was looking for is the book, the instruction manual, all right, all the different ways to get to the $1 million dream, get out of hell. I'll bet you every one of you have 1 to 10 books at home about the secrets, which is crap, or what about building a business today and get to $1 million, blah, blah, blah. I'm so tired of BS. That's why for 43 years I always say, come on and challenge the hell out of me. I'll take on anybody in open forum. All right, I'm just tired of blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like that motivational crap. At the end of the day, I need my rules and my tools. So I read every book. I stuck myself there at the library from 7.5 to 9.5 years old. I got pissed off. You see, until I created the books and CDs, How to Get the $1 Million Dream, it doesn't exist. All right, there's a lot of people full of blah, blah, blah out there today. So you got a choice. There's the $1 Million Dream. It's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit, 12 books and CDs. How about the real estate? That was fun too. I only had $841 million of real estate through corporate structure before my coma. I did want to hit $1 billion that year. I was a consultant for many banks over the years too. So I wrote basically how to become the bank, buckets of money, tax balancing too. You see, this is kind of fun. How about winning the game of business? When I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, people would pay $20,000 a pop for those books and CDs, and there was always a line out the hotel. Marriott in Long Beach for 40 plus years too. The office today is giving this away for $1,000. There you go, $1,000. You get 18 books and CDs, and then you're stuck with me and learning how to play the game. Well, by the way, if you do this through me, through the webinar, all right, I'm going to throw in there a 15-minute phone call for you. But then I'm going to give it to you for $4.99 if you Zelle, all right, wire or deposit. And if you want a mask, a hat, or a T-shirt too, let me know, because I want to have fun with you. I got to get you past go because you're so damn stuck, it's ridiculous. Why would anybody bring the pain home? Sorry, that's called silly and dumb. You see, what I need to do is really rebuild your credit. Rapid rescore, credit lines, articles, books, CDs, and classes with me. Because I don't want you to screw this up. I'm going to offer to do all the work for you, teach you to fish, and hand the fish to you too. Now, on your personal credit, let's write it down, please. 25 to 29% on any given credit card, period. You jack up a card past 29%, you're stuck. Can't get any more. All right, because you dropped the score because you didn't understand the rules and the tools. Being stuck, you can't get past go, can you? I got to make you a qualified CFO. So bottom line is, let me play. Let me do what I do best and help you get to the $1 million dream. I've only done this for 17 million people so far. I was also known as a rich and famous incorporator too. So today, if you want to play, first thing I talk to you about is real estate. We can do millions of dollars through the corporate structure. Now, if we get a property to fix it up, I'm going to basically call it a flippity-dippity-doo. Why? Because I got to turn it into a game because I don't want to be stressed out like you. Second, basically, maybe a duplex, a fourplex, apartment complex. How about a commercial real estate too? That's one of my favorite things to do. Now, since we got COVID-19, we got to basically feel sorry for ourselves or move forward. Me, I'd rather move forward. Why don't we get you a franchise that has a line around the door? That way you can stay open to COVID-19. I feel bad for all the mom and pops are shutting down and bringing the pain home. If they would have came to me, that would have been a division. They didn't have to bring the pain home at all. But they didn't want to listen to me. I can't help them if they don't want to. I can't help you unless you want to as well. So McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, when they got the beef. How about profit sharing too? You know what? Being the incorporated for most rich and famous people in the past, there's 84 ways to leverage money. I can turn these into 99 more ways of cards. But again, I wrote the 84 ways. You're only going to need 3 or 4 anyway. So if you want to play, you want me to do the work for you, I get to change your life. Now let's look at a Lamborghini, my favorite car on the whole planet today. All right, you see, everybody you see that are rich and famous around you or on TV and all that good stuff, they drive company cars, but not you. What do? You barely get a paycheck. Oh, goody, you pay your bills after it's been taxed. Then you pay for a car you should not. And then you steal the money and the credit from the family. You roll the dice and go, wee, let's bring the pain home today. Let's understand something. Every car you drive should be a tax ID and a fleet price. And today, let's understand, if you're using your paycheck to pay the payment, the gas, registration, insurance, I hear they call that taxable income. Can you scream the word no from now on, please? Start learning how to drive a company car. Tell me which one you want, because I'll help you get the damn keys. I got nothing hesitation to say. I'll even guarantee it for you. But again, let's go back to you. What did you do? You got an SSN just like me. Isn't that fun? Because we were told to be sheep. Oh, by the way, if you write down Ray's rules today, and ladies, I'd like you to pull out your Social Security card. It's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket. If I asked you, like I've asked millions of people for 43 years, did you read the card front and back? And they go, yeah. And I asked them 4 questions, and they failed the test every time. I'm sure you would too, sorry to say. You see, it says do not laminate, don't use for variety purposes, don't carry it with you. It tells you flat out it's not even yours. So why you got it? Because it equals a 1040, that's why. So guess what happens today? If it's all screwed up, is it going to be you? You see, SSN equals safety credit. You keep it away from the family. We don't have to bring the pain home. Sorry, you've been doing it wrong all your life. All right? What can I say? An SSN, yeah, you got what? 2 write-offs? You got your Experian, your TransUnion, Equifax 2. Oh, goody for you. You jacked up the card and you dropped your score. Then you got stuck and hell, you couldn't get any more. Is that the truth? Look in the mirror and ask yourself that answer and question, because it's true. Now write down SS4 times 4. Let's teach you what you need to really be doing since day one. You see, an SS4 times 4, all right, almost no liability, and they get to write off all the credit, the interest rate, and so much more because you're doing it wrong. You brought the pain home. By the way, if you allow me to do this for the divisions, entities, subsidiaries too, guess what happens? I can create a Experian, TransUnion, Equifax for you. I'm an affiliate. Would you like to have me build your credit report for you? Would you like 1,000,001 like's in my hand? How much would you like? You see, now the corporation gets to write off their credit card and the interest rate too. It can finance itself and pay its own bills. It's amazing what you could do if you really knew what you're talking about today. So let's understand something. SS4 times 4. Can you write it down for me, please? Just the way I've been designing this since 1986. If you name a corporation after you, I'm sorry, that's called dumb. If you name it what it does, that's double dum-dum. Now, please write down, set up the line of defense. I want you to have a division for real estate, franchise, current business. If you allow me to do what I do best as an affiliate, I can get you up to a $100,000 card or a $1 million card. Which one would you like? All right, then you get to write off the interest rate in the card. It can finance itself and build the dream. But I already offered you the $100,000 for you. It's personal credit. You can't write it off, interest rate or card at all. That's why it's got to be called safety credit. You don't hurt your family. You never bring the pain home, because that's called silly and dumb. Ray's rules. SSN, SS4. You got to have both, but you want to be the duck some more? Quack, quack today? You got one. That's all you get, because that's what I have too. But an SS4 times 4, we can go get the American dream. But I know one or two you're going to say, rich and famous people don't pay tax, Ray. I'm going to tell you flat out, shut up and join them. You pay property tax, gallon of gas, everything else we do. All right, and are you one of those who want to pay over tax and watch them fly around in government planes and go on their damn honeymoon too? The bottom line is you got the rules. You get to play with me. And I won't let you down. See, an SSN equals a 1040. You should know that. All right? You got 1 or 2 write-offs. An SS4 equals 1120. Almost no liability and all the write-offs too? Which one you want to pick? We got to do them both because we're allowed to. I like that. It makes sense to me. Now, if you're basically watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, that's kind of fun too. But you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might just want to go to rayswebinar.com, get the full overview, and learn how never to bring the pain home ever again. Because the reason you did that is because you didn't know any better. Everybody who says knowledge is power, the bottom line is I'll challenge any one of those turds. I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah. It just pisses me off to no end. So let's understand something. This is what I learned at 7.5 years old. Listening to this poker game, writing my silly notes. It's chapter 18. Let's read it together. It's not to be legal advice. It says a corporation is a legal person. It's right there. You see, it has more rights than you and I do. So if you don't want a business or anything else, and if you don't want to do anything besides have a job, that's on you. But you know what? You can incorporate you. You see, like doctors, lawyers, and CPAs do. So you could have a personal file, a corporate file too, and get all the write-offs too. You don't have to have a business to incorporate you, but that'll be up to you too. You see, I like the fact that we're at the end of the year 2020. But January 2nd is 2021. That's blackjack year. By the way, that allows us to say on my dashboard it's 2 years. You see, I got $10 million of history to help you pop credit. Now, if you allow me, there's 9 lines of credit that allow up to $150,000 of credit, cash credit card, and a checkbook too, with no bank statements and no tax returns. So let's look at this today. The United States of America Incorporated. Oh, goody. And you know what they do? They have 50 states. Every state's a corporation too. What do the states do? They set up divisions. Called cities. Every city's a corporation too. See, they got their line of defense, but not you. You see, you didn't learn how to play the game. You've watched cities file bankruptcy before because they're corporations under Chapter 9. But again, today, if you want to listen and learn, because you and me, we're what's called we the people. All right? The Constitution says it, so does the Supreme Court. All right? You want to stay stuck, or you want to play with me? You see, Nixon took the gold standard out. Ever since then, these guys will never be broke, have to worry about money like you and me. They got the key to the printing press. Ooh, let's go print some more money today. That's why they do the census all the time. So let's understand something. Remember you and me again? We got our SSN, all right, when we were teenagers to get a job because they told us to. Now, Mama, she delivered a baby this morning at the hospital. By the way, if Mama don't sign the SSN because that baby needs a Social Security card ordered today, it's federally mandated. Mama can't put the baby in the stroller and the car seat can't go home. I bet your Mama's going to sign the SS form so they can go print some more money today. What do you think? You see, there's nothing wrong with knowing the rules and the tools. You brought it home because of the lack of knowledge. All right? And don't worry, you got those books at home about secrets or building a business or blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, credit cards start credit score. Credit score gets you some more. But it's like a house and a car. Did you know a house and a car doesn't do a damn thing for your credit report at all? They don't do anything unless you screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw it up. Raise rules 29%. Don't you jack up a credit card. You jack it up, there goes your score. Now you're stuck, can't get any more. I got to make you a qualified CFO. That's the only way you get to play the game. You got to play by the rules. Don't you understand this? You can't circumvent the United States of America. Those dummies that try to do that all the time, it doesn't make any sense at all. How about I do your credit rebuilding for you? I guarantee you 720. That's kind of fun. I'll charge you $499. If you allow me to put the rapid rescore together too, I'll get you an 820. That's $499 too. The office likes to sell it for $998, but guess what? Just wait. I started that on my TV shows 30 years ago. Now people make fun of it. So here's what I do on the webinar with you, okay? So for $499, that's it. I give you $1,000 credit card back to you, twice as much you invested in yourself. Then I invite you to my class, Accredited Education, at 1 o'clock every Saturday for 3 months. I don't want you to screw this up anymore. So today, let's understand, that's $499. There's your list. $1,000 cash credit card back to you. And guess what happens? If you do it now while I'm doing the webinar, you're going to get a 15-minute phone call with me. And I give it to you again for $499. The bonus is the phone call because you Zelled it, wired a deposit through me versus having to pay sales reps. If you talk to them, go ahead. They're not going to give you the price because I don't give me my free private with anybody. The only one to give me away is me. Zelle, wire, deposit. If you want to play, you see, I broadcast 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, all day Saturday too. By the way, I always do it live because I don't like pre-recorded crap. Before the workshops, people fax things over. They type the questions as well. Kind of fun. So let's understand. On the analyzation class, I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. Can you do that and follow through? Together, we can get you to the $1 million dream. We'll even guarantee it. So since I've been studying rich and famous people since I was a little boy, how about Walt Disney? They fought bankruptcy 7 times in the past. Kind of like a couple of you. You know what they did recently? They got $1 billion in the bank. But they know how to play the game, so all they had to do is write an IOU to themselves. And they paid no tax on $1 billion. You got to learn how to play the game, ladies and gentlemen, today. SS 4 times 4, like I said before. Almost no liability and all the write-offs too. And guess what you get to do? You get to build as many as you need to get the American dream. So we can get the Aspirian, the TransUnion, Equifax too, and we can have a credit report and we can write off the credit. You know what the silliest thing is? The credit I build for you, you can buy the franchise and it can pay all the things, even the down payment. It's like the whole thing is damn well free. The problem is you're kind of stuck. Why would you get stuck? Why didn't you learn how to play the game like I did at 9.5 years old? You can't write off the personal credit. You got to be safety credit. From there, the corporation, we're going to do like I designed in 1986. 8 credit cards per division, 9 lines of credit, 8 supply cards, 10 vendor, 10 marketing, lease cards, gas cards, and cash cards too. See, through an affiliate, I get to build the credit reports for you. Get to the workshops with me. Let me do the work for you. Make you a qualified CFO, please. You see, it's not hard to do for me. I've been doing this for 43 years. So guess what? When I studied Mr. Buffett's father, then I studied him, I think the world's getting it wrong. The man owns 100 companies, owns his favorite 10. You see, he owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell. He owns Dairy Queen and See's Candy, too. And on top of that, Bridge Jewelries and Fruit of the Loom. Damn, he's playing the game, but why aren't you? Why don't you play and win, too? You can if you want to. Like I said, today's the 19th. How about in 90 days from now, get you up to an 820, 100,000 of credit, a franchise, a house, an apartment complex, maybe some commercial real estate, too. You got to realize this is not hard to do when you know how to. I'll personally hold your hand. If you allow me, I'll even do all the work for you anyway, because I don't want you to screw this up. So I got an affiliate of 115 creditors. So I'm going to tell you, don't use authorized user crap, and don't go use and buy those trade lines. That's just a joke. Everything online, get a trade line, no guarantee, blah, blah, blah. That's supply credit. Damn it, in the beginning, we need cash. Cash is king and queen. Supply crap, I don't need that, neither do you. You got to be a qualified CFO, by the way. It's the only way you're going to play this game with me. So guess what? I'm the guy that invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. I get you 99 more cards off every card, too. But we got to talk about corporate credit today. It's the only thing we get to write off. So we got to play the game like everybody else does. So today, there's a bunch of bars in front of you. If you can't see them, this is going to prison. You see, you better not have the intent to defraud or rip anybody off. I will testify against you in a court of law, and that's where you're going to go. You're going to run a real business, by the way. All right, so the bottom line is here's a corporation, 3 divisions, line of defense. What are we going to do? We're going to make sure your corporation only gets credit, never does business, because that'd be kind of dumb. The divisions are the what? Line of defense? Hell, those are the ducks in case they screw up. How many banks locations do you see shut down today? They bankrupt every piece. How about a grocery store? You see, you got the ability to play the game too. We might want to call it a Donald Trump, a Wells Fargo, a Citi, rich and famous people too. We're going to do exactly what they got to do. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate a piece. Can't save the peace. We're going to bankrupt the peace and never bring the pain home. Why would we want to bring the pain home when we don't have to in the first place? Well, you got to ask yourself that question because you've all done that before. Now, the house you got, please don't be offended when I tell you did it all wrong anyway. Write down Ray's rules. See, escrow works for you, but you let them tell you what to do. It should be Ray's rules. Remember, here's what I want you to do. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. I gave all the forms to Google years ago about trust. And I have to tell you today, if you have assets in your name, all right, and they're not in a trust today, when somebody sues you, they screw you. What did I tell you when we first started today? Plan on someone trying to take it away, all right, or getting in your way. By the way, it's usually your friends and family. That's what I've heard for 43 years. So, by the way, if it's not in a trust and you die, it's stuck in a probate. You left your family diddly squat. So you better step up to the plate if you want to protect your ass. Eds, and never bring the pain home. Let's go back to having fun about that flippity-dippity property. You're going to hire a contractor today. Oh, goody for you. They're going to hire one of those subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers, but they're going to cut every corner they can and slip and fall, and they're going to sue and screw you out of everything you got today. You see, you're allowing that. You got knocked down the last time because you did not protect your assets or you didn't know how to play the damn game. Look in the mirror and tell yourself the truth. From now on, every piece of property will be quick claim deed to a division, an assignment of equity. What happens now? They can't sue you at all, and at the end of the day, hell, they get diddly squat. It's about time you learn how to play the game. But that's on you, too. I can't force you to go after and get the irrevocable trust today. You should. The form is free. But again, this is up to you. You see, we got to fix up that property today. And if you're one of those dummies that try to play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess, we have to play the rules we have been dealt. All right? You have to play within the system, period. Corporations don't pay tax until they make a profit. So you might have to go back to irs.gov, download a form called 656 of 433A and B. That way you can get your COVID-19 check and get your butt back in the system where it belongs. See, when we fix up that property today, all right, we're going to have 4 more divisions my way. See, what we're going to do is I'm going to hold your hand and teach you to go to the manufacturer. Carpet, appliances, fixtures, wood, and so much more. I want to get up to a 70+% discount. Then I don't want to pay a bill for 30 to 60 and 90 days anyway. Why would I want to pay for anything? I don't have to. That's been the game since I started this, since 9.5 years old. By the way, escrow closes, it pays off all the debt. Now you got $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich because you're not. I'll bet you most of you, or if not all of you, had $10,000 to $100,000 in the past and you pissed it away, and some of you are broke today. Write down Ray's rules, leveraging money. Borrow money's not taxable. You're going to have to set up the line of defense. It's the only way you're going to go get it. You see, when I had my location before the coma, it was only 22,000 square feet in Irvine Spectrum. Had locations around the globe doing $1 million plus a day. Having fun teaching people like you. Every morning by 9 o'clock in the morning, if the bank wasn't at my office, they were on the phone going, Ray, what can I do for you today? See, when you got money, they kiss your assets. You got no money, hell, they don't know your damn name. Don't you understand this? I want to make sure you learn how to play with the money and leveraging. We're going to do it my way, and I'm going to show you step by step how to have the CD, the line of credit, the bank account too. We're going to have reference points of money. If you make the bank verify itself, they usually have to say yes, and I love yes. So let's see what we get to do. You see, the banks borrow from the feds times 10 and loan back to us times 5. If they did this way today, that would be $3 million back. And borrowed money's not taxable. Why don't we take $2 million of that and go buy a McDonald's today? Get a Big Mac, a fry, and a chocolate shake. You want one too? See, this is not hard to do if you learn how to play the damn game. Your problem is every time you get money in your hand, you piss it away. Now, when I wanted my Rolex years ago, that was kind of fun. See, I don't want to pay for it at all. I want it for free. I put a division together for jewelry. They wanted $89,000 for the watch. Are you kidding me? I got it for $39,000 wholesale price. I don't have to pay for 30 days, and they overnighted the watch to me. I put a loan on a watch I did not own. I paid the invoice when it came in. I put the leftover money in the bank to maintain the payments on a watch I didn't own, and at the end of the day, hell, I got it for free. You want to play with me yet? It's just kind of fun. You see, you got a choice. I've never put a dime in any business I've ever started. Why would I have to do that? You're going to have to beat your own doubt here and run your own damn race. But you get lucky. You get stuck with me. That'll be kind of fun. Let's talk about cash flow, free up your time. By the way, you can create your own cash flow and free up your time right away. When you get a corporation under C-191D, you can loan the money 8 different ways. Isn't that fun? Why don't we take $100,000 on a card like this one and take $50,000 off the card? Why not? Let's loan $10,000 to 5 people. Put a second on their house, a homestead blocker, and a UCC one too. Now, what did I just create for you? You get now $2,449 positive cash flow per month. You get to create your own cash flow right away. 100,000 is 4,800. 150 is 7,347. By creating your own cash flow to free up your time, now you get what to do what you really want to do. And I usually get people go, Ray, I got it, it's working. I'm scared. What do you got to be scared about? Now you got your freedom. You can do what you damn well please. All right? You got the ability to create your own cash flow for your time. I don't get this. So I'll show you some mansions, helicopters, and the yachts too. I got to get you past go because I still think you're stuck. So guess what today? I used to call this one God's gift. I used to park my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? So you got a choice. I like the helicopter, the Lamborghini, and the building too. Why not? Wouldn't you? But now I need you to write down 2 more rules. Can you do that for me, please? You see, here's the problem. If you write a check or use your debit card and they ask you for your driver's license, you're over here and you're telling them, go rob my house. I'm not home right now. Why don't you sue me, screw me, take it away too? I don't get it. It's about time you protect your ass. And quit bringing the pain where? Home. By the way, I want your driver's license changed like yesterday. P.O. Box or mailing address. See, in California, we have the Schaefer Act. We have basically the Driver's Protection Act, too. Protect yourself, please. Quit bringing the pain home. Now, the last time you bought a car, what did you do? I'll bet you had some guy sweat you for hours on end with an ugly tie and an ugly shirt. You got the car, lost $5,000 after 9 inquiries, too. Goody for you. I don't get it. All you have to do is get a car under fleet price and a tax ID. But what did you do? If you're not going to listen to me when they hand you the paper says we need your permission to run the credit, next to your signature, write down this allows 1 inquiry, just take a damn picture. That's all you had to do in the first place. You've got to learn how to play the game and win if you want to. Every car you get from now on is a corporate car through a tax ID and fleet price. I want to teach at the workshop with me. Now, I don't want this to be any of you today. It's a hypothetical, so I pray it's not going to be you. That you go to the grocery store or to the bank and you accidentally bump somebody's car. A little bumpity bump and they act like they got whiplash. They're going to die. Then they ask you for your driver's license, your insurance, your registration, please. Driver's license, does that have your home address on it? Are you paying the insurance out of that paycheck, which I hear is called taxable income, when a corporation could have paid for it anyway and wrote it all off? Are you really the registered owner? Oh, goody, you're the duck. They're going to call one of these nasty attorneys on TV, one of these bloodsuckers, and they're going to sue you, screw you, take everything you got today because you didn't listen to me in the beginning like I told you. Plan on the turd, plan on someone getting your way, pissing you off today. You see, if you would have learned how to play by the rules and tools, you wouldn't be bringing the pain home. But the reality is what happens is people don't listen, don't learn, or get told what to do. I'd like the registered owner, listen carefully, to be one of those divisions. I like the lien holder to be the corporation. This way they can't sue you, and at the end of the day, they literally do get diddly squat. Why not? But again, when are you going to listen to someone like me? Oh, by the way, God only made one of me. Isn't that kind of fun? If you want to play, I've been doing this for 43 years. What did I do on July 3rd, 2009, worth millions and billions of dollars? Nobody gave a damn about me anyway. Never have. Tell my wife and my kids. So what did I get to do? I took my yacht from my backyard. Look at it. There's the address. I used the card. I said fill it up. It was $1,600. I wrote off the card, interest rate too, and the yacht. Hell, why not? Because that's how you play the game. But some ding-dong came on my yacht. Swine flu and pneumonia. Killed me, and I get H1N1. That kind of sucks. But what am I going to do? Say boo-hoo like some of you? Hell no. I got pissed off again and again, which is good for me because I want to make sure I see it, believe, and go get it. Oxygen tank, literally 5 weeks. Embarrassing. Put my credit score back to an 820. Then I popped another $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down, and neither will you from now on, because that's not allowed to. So guess what we get to do? God's using me to help you because I made a promise in that coma to do this the rest of my life. That's why I'm here. You see, there I'm laying there ready to die. Kind of sucks. 5:41 p.m. on July 5th, 2009. So I'm keeping my promise. That's why I'm here for you. I got 10 billion more coming in 36 months. See, I do this for free. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. You want to play with me? I named my son and my daughter after me in case I die today or whenever I do. The Reynolds University lives forever. My legacy will live on. You see, in 90 days, I want you to have up to $100,000 of credit, an 820 franchise house, apartment complex, maybe commercial real estate too. Isn't it about today you start playing the game? It's kind of like if you wait too late, 2020 will be gone. In 2021, that allows us to say 2 years. And what does that do for the dashboards that I have? I get to pop up to 9 lines of credit for you per division. That could be $5.4 million of credit and more if you want. Now, if you have a corporation today, you probably paid $3,000 and got a stock kit too. Goody for you. By the way, 96% don't do a darn thing at all. How about I do the work for you? Give you the articles, also it's the tax ID, $9.99. Now I want you to workshop with me for 90 days. See, when you watch your favorite movie, you can say the lines before they do. You know that. So if you're in the corporate setup for 90 days, you learn how to play through me. By the way, I want you in level 1, 2. Set up the line of defense for those divisions. That's $9.99 today too. The office loves to sell it for $19.98, but wait, there's more. Me, I tend to give it away for $17.99, and I always want to take away excuses, so I always hand you between 3 to 10 times credit back to you. That way it takes away all your excuses. So I hand you $5,400 of cash credit back to you. All right, that's 3 times your investment back to you in credit. Now, rapid refresh, credit building too. So let's understand something today. Through this webinar with me, I'll give you a 15-minute phone call with me, and I'll give you that today only at basically $15.99. There it is, $15.99 in a phone call with me. That way I don't have to pay sales team a commission at all. But if you call them, they're going to charge you more. You can Zelle, wire, or deposit. That's all you got to do to play with me. See, the lack of commitment is the biggest problem I have with you. All right, you're the only thing holding you back. How many thousands of dollars have you wasted before? Why don't you invest in something that really works today? Hey, how about a Lamborghini in a building 2 under tax ID? Reaching the dream. Think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Not too bad for a little boy that was born in a damn taxi and got thrown away. I'm doing pretty good today. What do you think? Raise rules and tools. You want to play yet? Let me know. All I'm asking you for is 90 days. I'll have you on your way to the $1 million dream, and I'll even guarantee it. Seminar, workshop, and boot camp too. I don't pass the buck. You're stuck with me. There's the 90-day dream. All you got to do is play with me if you want to. See, motivation, I listen to it every morning. At the end of the day, it doesn't give you the rules and the tools, and at the end of the day, it's still blah, blah, blah. So I'll show you some of my goodies. Show me yours. If you don't have them, I'll go get them for you. I'll get you the keys. Ray's rules. I got no excuses. By the way, neither do you. So the bottom line is this. At the end of the day, you got a story to tell too. If you allow me to get you an 820 credit score, I like to hand you up to $100,000 of credit for safety. Corporation, divisions, up to $1 million credit too. Stop being stuck, please. Remember what's next? It's pretty simple. It's me. Ray's rules. You're stuck with me. Could you imagine you're stuck with the guy that's telling you flat out, step all the way, and he gets to hold your hand with no damn excuses today? Now, why'd you piss away so much money in the past? I don't get it. See, like I told you in the beginning, I want to repackage your life. House, car, bank account, I want to clone me into you. I want to do it the right way. So today, you got a choice. So let's understand something flat out. When I basically had to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, I'd tell her if I saw her today, thank you. All right? You forced me to figure it out myself. I had to. So I created the rules and the tools how to play the game and win. All right? If you want the books and CDs, there's 18 books and CDs. You get to hear me 24/7, but I still want you to play with me in person online because I don't want you to screw this up. Office sales are for $1,000. No problem. Today, you can get it for $4.99 and a 15-minute phone call with me. All you got to do is Zelle wire deposit. And let me know if you want a mask, a t-shirt, or a cap. All right? Because you look cute in that too. Zelle wire deposit. There you go. No excuses for you. By the way, that's corporate setup today. It gives you $54 of cash credit. Normally, I only discounted a couple $100, 3 times your money. But today, with Rapid Refresh, Credit Building 2, all the goodies, if it's done today, you get a 15-minute phone call with me. It's $15.99 today, only through me in the webinar. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you're going to have to do. Now, how did the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, all right, make corporations into people? We the people. You see, I love the United States of America. I really do. But it's like anything else in my life. I dissect it. I need to make sure I have the rules and tools and I can play better than anyone else. I don't stop till I do. So they have 50 states they maintain. They're all corporations too. States have their divisions. Oh, I'm sorry, they're called cities. The cities are corporations too. That's how they filed their Chapter 9 in the past. So today, if you want, you can learn Ray's rules. Never bring the pain home. When you buy a house, it's very simple to do. All you got to do is say escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. Corporation, never name it after you. They'd be called dumb. Don't name it what it does. That's double dum-dum. And always have up to $1 million of credit, by the way. So our goal is to have the line of defense. Divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. We've never had to bring the pain home ever, but we didn't know any better. So now you're going to listen and learn. You got some good overview today, but you need to get to the workshop with me so I can do the work for you and then teach you even more. So today it's pretty simple. Like I said in the beginning today, plan on the problems. Plan on somebody getting in your way, knocking you down, doesn't matter. Safety credit in the line of defense has the ability to see it, believe it, and go get it every day. Your ability not to bring the pain home. If all you want is an 820 credit score through me, no problem. I'll still hand you a $1,000 credit card. Twice as much you invest in yourself. Still invite you to an educational workshop on Saturdays at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for free for 90 days in this program. I don't want you to mess it up anymore. The ability to listen and learn. There's the goodies. There's the card. All you got to do today, and if you did it right away, you get a 15-minute phone call with me. By the way, it's $4.99 for the 820 credit score today. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you're going to have to do. I get people all the time asking me, Ray, which one should I really do? Well, if you really want to get very aggressive, like I always am, I would tell you it's millionaires in the making. See, this is where I believe in all of you to be $1 million corporation. I'd call it step one, add all the pieces together. From there, 2 analyzations, 2. From there, it's $3,995 at the office. I like to give it away, usually for $2,999 today. That's $25,000 of cash credit back to you. That's 8 times your investment back in your pocket while I'm doing the work and you're at the workshops learning to take over for what needs to be done next. Now today, you want a 15-minute phone call with me too. It's pretty simple. You get it for $2,499 if it is Zelle wire deposited today. Not tomorrow, not next week, it's today, because I won't offer this tomorrow. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you got to do. See, the American dream is pretty simple. All right, receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. You got to set up your line of defense, and you've got to master Ray's rules. That way you don't bring the pain home ever again. Millionaires in the making today. It's the only time you're going to hear it from the day on. It's $2,999 usually, and that's $25,000 of cash credit back to you. 8 times your investment. Today, if it was done right away, a 15-minute phone call, and you get it for $2,499 today. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you got to do. So let's understand something at the seminars, the workshops, and the boot camps. I never pass the buck. Nobody talks on behalf of me. You're stuck with me all the way. I got no excuses today, neither do you. Stay safe, stay strong. If you're wondering what's next to come, let us be us. Let's have some fun together. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven, the only one I've ever known. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. He gave me the rules and the tools. Today you heard a good overview. Now it's time to step up to the plate and get into the workshops with me. You got 800-510-3338. Ray's rules, never bring the pain home ever again. And if you don't step up to the plate and call right away or do something today, sorry, maybe you like being stuck. I don't want you to be stuck. I want you to remember at the end of the day, God loves us all.